Good morning, Albany.
Morning!
It's great to be here. When I look out and I see hundreds of parents, teachers, and community members here to fight for our kids, I know the movement to save public education is growing. We're going to stand up today for the kids in this state, but also, in a larger degree, we're standing up for the kids across the nation. Because in just over a week, Donald Trump is going to put together a cabinet that does not believe in public education. That's right. He said a lot during his campaign about public schools, especially in the inner city. I've worked in Poughkeepsie for 12 years. And I'll tell you right now that we are not the problem. We are doing the best that we can with the least amount of resources in a state and a country that is ignoring the greatest rise in childhood poverty we've seen in decades. Right now, in New York, we have 22% of our kids living in poverty. And at current poverty growth rates, New York will be the #1 state with the most kids living in poverty. We are already #1 in terms of racial segregation and economic segregation. It is unacceptable that children in this state struggle to meet the most basic needs for food, housing, and medical care. And there's no secret that children living in poverty face greater educational challenges and attend schools with less resources. So let's be clear why we're here today. We're here because Governor Cuomo, the Senate Republicans, who are in the pockets of a handful of millionaires and billionaires, have turned their backs on our children. It's been 10 years since the state's highest court found that the state was breaking the Constitution in terms of a sound basic education by leaving schools without necessary funding. As I said before, my 12 years in Poughkeepsie, I've witnessed the effects of failed public policy. I've seen my friends and coworkers laid off. I've seen class sizes grow. I've seen after-school programs get cut. I've also, and I know this because I'm the advisor of a program. We used to have money for the budget. Now we got to ask and do fundraisers just to keep these programs going. And if our schools, all schools, are properly funded and equipped with the necessary resources, we could offer more classes, invest in career, technical education, bolster our arts, our music programs, offer more after-school programs, hire guidance counselors, psychologists, reduce class sizes, and have full-day kindergarten. Thank you. To allow poverty to fester in our inner cities and towns is a grave injustice. And where people anywhere are held back by injustice, that demands action. And in a democracy, no person should be denied their basic constitutional rights. So let's remember where we've come from in this state. 100 years ago, in 1917, women mobilized and they said, we deserve to be treated as equals. And they pushed this legislature in this building 100 years ago to give women the right to vote. A little bit after that, African Americans in the civil rights movement got together and mobilized and said, you cannot treat us like that. We deserve to be treated as human beings, and made significant strides in the civil rights movement. But now, 2017, the defining civil rights movement of our time is to address the growing inequality and the racial disparity in our society. We're going to work together to ensure that all children, no matter their zip code, the color of their skin, or where they grew up, have the opportunity to pursue their full measure of happiness and their potential. So today we tell the governor and our legislature to fund education fully. Thank you very much, Albany.